Another thing is we have a lot of men watching this podcast. Yes, I know you're there. When I started this, I was thinking about women, but men want to know more about women because just like Lisa was just saying about communication, men are think, I don't know how to understand her. What is with her? I've been married over 40 years and my husband still doesn't quite get me?
Yeah, yeah.
And I would
Oh,
say he's worse about not speaking what he needs as much as
yes.
me. Like I talk, I am
Mhm.
more open and I might talk about it or ask, or he's gonna know that he needs to figure it out if I'm not talking. And
Well,
so I
that's
think
one of my
some
biggest pet peeves though, Connie, as for any of the ladies out there, and maybe this will encourage the men, but ladies, don't expect your husband to know what you need.
that is right.
Don't expect it. Don't assume they know it. Don't say, well, he should know what I need. No, he should not know what you need. He is a different person. He's a different being. He's a different spiritual creature. So you need to tell him gently and lovingly what it is you need in some way. Find a way to tell him, no matter how basic it is. I don't care if you're pregnant 8.5 months and he doesn't carry a big heavy thing up the stairs for you.
Mm.
You need to say, hey, honey, could you carry that up the stairs? I'm not really able to do that. Don't assume your spouse knows what you need.
And one way to talk to him or her, whichever
Mhm.
one you're talking to,
Uh-huh.
is to, maybe you're really wanting them to say, well, honey, what do you need? But guess what? There's some men and some women who are not going to have empathy. They're not going to
Mhm.
realize they need to know anything else
Mhm.
more than what they already know. And they're not going to ask you. So, a good way to do is to sit down and ask them, hey, what do I do that really makes you happy? What do I do that fills your cup? What do I
Mhm.
do that makes you feel good? What do you love?
Yeah.
Well, what challenges you? What's tough?
Yeah.
And then once you've asked them, because we got to focus on the other person first,
Mm-hmm.
then you know say, well, can I tell you some things that I really need from you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's such a good idea. I'll tell you what, for all of those out there who don't have the what is it, the comfort level to dive into that, there are some fantastic cards you can buy on Amazon. They're little question cards, and it kind of seeds the conversation for these exact things. And John and I'll go through these every once in a while. We go through phases, for a couple of months, and we'll just kind of, at the end of the night when the kids are in bed, we'll just kind of, go up to our bedroom and we'll just kind of sit and I'll pick a card and then he'll pick a card and I'll read off the question and I'll answer it and then he'll answer it. And I tell you what, Connie, we've been married for 16 years. I still find out things about him that I never knew. And it's just kind of, you just have to embrace the journey and the fun of learning about this person who's called your husband or wife. It's a fun journey.
And there's the word. It's a journey.
Yeah.
When we get married, we think it's a destination and we have arrived. And now we don't have to do anything else, but it is a journey. And as long as we are continuing to learn about each other, to learn more about all different kinds of things, it's important that you both are growing. And it's really important that you're both growing in the same direction in a way.
Hmm.
Sometimes people grow apart because they're
Hmm.
not communicating and they're not talking.
Well, and they're not talking, they're not having fun together,
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
not and they're not
Laughing.
being intimate. They need to have fun, they need to talk, and they need to be intimate.
That's right.
Those are
That's exactly right.
three main things. They need to respect each other and never, ever, ever stop dating your spouse.
That's right.
You don't
No,
date until marriage and then stop dating. You're always dating for the rest of your life.
well, and if you're going to continue to enjoy and have fun and laugh together and be intimate, then you have to like each other.
Right.
And so you have to enjoy spending time together. So,
Yeah.
whatever those little irritations are, because when you talk about communication styles and different personalities, there will be some things that irritate you. There will be some
Mhm.
things that you can share, and maybe that person can, kind of round out those edges and not do them quite so bad because they really do want to please you. But there will be
Mhm.
some that are really hard ingrained into
Yeah.
who they are. It's their DNA is who they are, and they'll
Yeah.
have trouble with that. And so you have to learn to be understanding of those things
Yeah.
and not let them irritate you and let them slide. Surely we can let the one we love the most, we can let some things slide, right?
Yeah. I had just the other day, I had to giggle. There was just the other day something that happened at the house, and I saw it, and it was something my husband does. And I was like, I just giggled because it was something that needed maintenance that didn't get maintenance. I'll just say it that way. And I laughed because I'm like, yep, that's exactly what he did in his in his townhouse when I met him. That same behavior hasn't changed, you know. He's just so sweetly consistent. I love it. And it doesn't bother me. I knew what I was getting into, you know? So, and the other thing is, I think when we get really irritated with anybody, whether it's our kids or our spouse, we have to stop for a second and just ask, okay, am I in a place where I am more impatient? Did I sleep poorly last night?
Oh, that's true.
As